I've had chicken feet.
Oh, no, I haven't. Okay. What's up, guys? that was fine, wasn't it? Was that not all good?
No, it was just because we laughed because he said, I don't want to say that, and then that's what you said.
I know, well, that's all that's coming to my head right now.
I think welcome back is actually fine.
Welcome back.
Because they hear like...
You're going to say it though. She goes back, welcome back.
Welcome back, motherfuckers!
Welcome back!
You sound like Adam Sandler.
Welcome back, motherfuckers! Okay. Go do that one again. Should we just start it with that? Okay, ready?
Do you want me to do it with you?
Yeah, do it together.
I can't now.
Yeah, you have to. You ready? I'm going to count down.
I can't
You
now.
have to.
I
You can
fully
do
can't.
it. You can. I believe in you.
I'm just going to start
Just do it.
cranking
Just
up.
do it. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Motherfuckers!
Wait, what are we meant to be saying? I started saying what's up, Okay.
This is just shambles.
Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Myself play this song. You know, there's that song's like, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I need to find it.
Welcome back, Leanders.
Why are you a hillbilly?
I don't know. Welcome back. We're back. We're back with another episode of Shaaarns with K. I'm getting stupid now. And that's okay. I feel like this is just, we're going to start it from here.
From now.
No, from before.
Okay.
Okay. So we're episode
7.
7. How many? 1, 2, 3,
7.
6? 7.
That's 7.
Okay. Episode 7. Well done. Welcome back. Here we are. I'm joined by Taylor again. This is your 3rd episode you've done with me. And you know what? I just want to actually thank you. I think I owe you like a celebration box or something now because you've done quite a bit with me and I appreciate it. And you live in H-Town.
I do.
So you come
2
all the way
hours.
up. Yeah, 2-hour drive just to come and talk shit with me.
Yeah. Well, we do that anyway.
Yeah, I know, but it's still...
I feel like we've been talking less recently because then we're like, we can talk more on the podcast.
It's actually because I've had enough of you.
Yeah, I feel that as well. I've had enough of my own shit.
You're exhausting.
Yeah, obs.
No, yeah, but I just want, but thank you for coming
You're
up.
welcome.
I do appreciate it, and everyone loves hearing from you. You're like a crowd fave, so
Oh, love that for
just
me.
to stroke your fucking ego a bit more.
Yeah.
That massive ego you have. So we'll start off with our question of the week because it's what we always start off with, and this week's one was pretty good. So the question of the week was. If your ex was a food, what would they be and why?
And why?
And why? Okay. So we'll start from the top. Sloppy mints. Because he slopped around all over the place and another woman. And another men too, apparently.
Oh. Is that why it's mince?
Yeah. Must be.
Mince is like my least favourite meat.
Especially sloppy.
Yeah. Like when I was like eating meat, like pork and mince were right there next to each other. Like mince is just so...
I like mince when it's cooked nicely.
The only mince I liked was mum's.
Yeah, well your mum makes everything good, so... But I like mince. But I don't know about sloppy mince. So...
Yeah.
Especially sloppy mince that's been around with other men. I don't know, I feel like that's drawing the line. McDonald's. It looks great, but in reality it's average and should only be had at 4 a.m. after a big night.
Fair.
That's fair.
There's a lot of exes like that.
Yeah. But even then...
You always wake up regretting.
yes, that's what it's like buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You wake up and you're like, fuck, those chips were soggy. And it's just not worth it.
Soggy.
Soggy, man.
Yeah.
And I regret it.
Where the fuck was the salt?
Yeah. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
And you probably forgot to buy the sauce as well.
Yeah, no nutritional value
No.
whatsoever.
No.
And it gives you the shits.
Yeah. And you're already going to have them anyway because it's a night out.
Yeah.
So it's just even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Peas, cause yuck. That was your one.
It was. Because I hate peas.
Yeah, I don't mind peas. I thought that was quite dry, actually. I thought,
No,
could have got something.
Fucking, I hate peas.
Mm.
Even the smell of peas.
So you're saying all your exes are peas?
Not all of them.
No. Any of your exes pea heads?
No.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, fuck that. Jesus Christ.
Okay, next one. Hundreds and thousands, because he has hundreds and thousands of options, apparently.
They the circle ones or the straight ones?
Oh, no, well, I think the straight ones are called something else.
No, they're still hundreds of thousands.
No, I don't think so. I think it's the circle ones instead of the hundreds and thousands. Phone on silent, please. It's the little circle ones.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
Hundreds and thousands of options, though.
That would be so much mahi. Actually, having too many options.
Yeah. Well,
Long shorts.
you kind of know about that.
Not
Don't you?
hundreds and thousands.
It's getting up there.
Fucking hell.
Lots of options, you know?
Well, you just got to keep them open, you know?
Yeah, no, fair enough. Keep them there. Yep. Right, 1,000-year-old egg.
Oh.
Wow.
No, please. What the fuck?
I'm getting there. Thought it was a delicacy at the time, but turns out actually quite shit.
Yeah, it would be. It would be dry and crusty.
Have you seen those 1,000-year-old eggs though? They're like the massive...
Like moa eggs.
Nah, I don't know if they're moa eggs, but they're
Like
massive
fossilised.
eggs. And they eat, and they eat them.
What?
Yes, yeah, they eat them. They eat 1,000-year-old egg, yeah. Yeah, it's a delicacy.
Okay, did not know that.
Yeah, so that's what she's talking about.
I thought she just meant like it was a fucking piece of shit egg.
No,
And like rotten as on
No.
the inside and hard.
no, it's like fossilized egg that they eat.
Like the inside's still eggy.
I don't know. I don't look. I've never tried it myself.
That sounds fucking foul.
Look it up. Look up 1,000-year-old egg delicacy. Yum.
Yuck.
No, but you look up yum and they'll tell you why it's yum.
1,000-year-old egg. Century
Yum.
egg.
Century egg. Is that what they're called?
That's what's just come out.
Yeah.
Also known under a wide variety of names. 1,000-year-old egg. Yum.
Yeah, well, just look it up and tell me what it says.
A whole lot of videos. Is a 1,000-year-old egg safe to eat? If made correctly, century eggs are free of bacteria or mold. Ugh, and are perfectly safe to eat. That picture says fucking otherwise.
No, yeah, they're meant to be brown like that.
Well, they're fucking 1,000 years old, so if they were like still pristine, I'd have some questions.
Like greeny brown.
Considering if you had like a chicken egg that you'd left for too long, you pop one of those fuckers and they stink.
Yeah, they're fucking
So
disgusting.
imagine what that smells like. Nah, I taste metal again. Yuck.
I think you need to try things before you write them off.
Look at it though.
Yeah, I know, I've seen that.
I would never put that in
Show
my fucking
Ryan.
mouth. It looks like an eyeball.
He's not keen either.
No.
Nah, fuck that.
I would try everything once. That's just me.
I've had chicken feet.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Ew! Fuck that!
No, damn it. You know what? I have a thing, okay? Dead birds? Like, there's something about dead birds that I just can't handle, okay? It's something, and you know how, like, when you, like, you know how, okay, what? You know how, like, you
I'm
can
sorry,
grab
try
their feathers,
everything
and their
once.
feathers, like, will be like, and they all, like, I can't handle that. That's too fucking much for me, I swear to God. I swear to God. And then,
Okay,
like, if
can
you
do 1,000-year-old egg.
But not
Can't
1,000-year-old
do fucking
chicken.
It's
Can't-
not 1,000-year-old chicken.
can't do freshly died 5 minutes ago chicken. No, there's no way. And like the texture of the feet, I'm not.
The nails
give
are
me
still on it
Give me
as
a
well.
live. Yuck,
I didn't eat them.
yuck. Do you just eat it like what? Like
What's
a
that-
popsicle?
What are they called? A yumcha? The Chinese, Japanese brunch?
And you just eat them whole?
You like
Eat the outside.
Yeah.
So you don't eat. So you don't.
Honestly, it kind of tasted like soggy KFC because it's just all skin.
Ah.
Have you had it?
No, I haven't had it, but I'm guessing it tastes like it.
I have a picture in my head that people are just like.
Yeah, you don't eat the fucking bone.
Okay. That makes
It's
it.
like-
That makes it slightly.
It's
better
like a
for me.
drumstick, but there's no meat on it. It's just
Okay.
all skin.
But what the fuck is the point
And it's
in
like
eating it? What's the fucking point in eating it?
for taste.
What does it taste nice? You said it tastes like soggy KFC.
Yeah, well, maybe the one I had wasn't nice.
Oh.
I particularly, I can still feel it on my teeth, and it's like
The fact that you can still have the sensation on your teeth.
literally.
That's fucking weird.
I didn't say I liked it, but I
Ugh.
tried it. We were talking about what we had tried.
Yeah.
I've eaten a hoo-hoo grub.
I'd try that.
It tasted like peanut.
There's some bugs that I look at and I'm like, definitely could
Like
take
the
a bite.
ones they eat in the Lion King, the original Lion
Oh,
King.
yeah.
And they're like juicy.
I wanted
eggs.
to
You're
eat
like,
those
bro,
every time. I was like, why the fuck is my mum feeding me that shit?
this is
Go
great
on,
on the middle.
Give me some grubs.
Rustle up some grubs,
Rustle
here,
up
bro.
some grubs, motherfucker. I want to try this shit. Why do they look so tasty?
They did they look squishy,
Yeah,
slimy,
and
yet
like jelly.
satisfying.
Yeah,
you're like, give me some.
I really want. I still want to.
You know, there's like that meme going around. It's like if you could eat one animated food, what would it be?
Death's that.
Death's those fucking
Absolutely,
grubs.
yeah.
Or there's like that bao movie where she like makes the bao buns. They look yum as well, like
Okay.
dumplings and shit.
I haven't
But
seen it. Nah.
rustle up some grubs.
Rustle up some grubs.
Give me,
Yeah, Hakuna Matata.
yeah,
Every day of the week.
except for chicken feet.
Not chicken feet. But I have seen people get the bugs that are like seasoned and dried and they eat them out of a pack. That looks delicious. I would absolutely try that. I think I could do an all bug diet. 100%. Bug and
Fuck
mushroom.
keto.
That would be keto. It would,
true.
it would still be a keto diet. That's what I'm saying.
No carbs
I have
here.
full faith that I'd be able to smash those grubs back. Full diet, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Dry, like packet.
They get a pack. They dry out
Like
the bugs.
grasshoppers and shit.
Huh?
Like grasshoppers
Yeah.
and shit.
Like dry out the grasshoppers, little seasoning like that, and then they chuck them in a packet. And people walk around like popcorn.
Did you just like throw up a little bit?
No,
of
I'm just
mouth?
burping a little bit.
You're like popcorn.
No, I would actually try it though. I think it's
I'd give it a crack.
Oh, absolutely. They're like
1,000-year-old egg? That gives me mad anxiety.
I don't want to try a 1,000-year-old egg.
I feel
but I
like we
would
get
try
one
it.
and you try it on here.
I would try it, but I don't want to. What about that fucking shit? Have you seen that shit on TikTok? And they've got like that. It's like that rice stuff, and they like mix it up, and it gets really, really tacky, and then they try it, and it's meant to be like really, really good for you, but it's disgusting.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
I forget what it is. It's like it's like fermented something. It is.
Yeah,
It's
you've
fermented.
lost me now.
It's it's a
Fermented.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like fermented rice beans or something like that. I swear to God. And then you like put the stuff on, and then like in the packet, then you whisk it around, and it gets all like sticky. And then the foamier it gets, the better it tastes apparently, and then you're meant to eat it. Apparently, it's really, really good for you. I've seen people do that, and I'm like, I really want to try that.
Fermented rice beans.
Fermented beans of some sort. Yeah. I'll find it next episode. And then we'll see if we can order some. We can try it on here.
I would love to see you try it.
We can both try it. You can try it.
I will.
It's not
Specifically for this. But
Yeah. Just gotta whisk it around and try it. Well, Ryan can try it too. We'll all try it together.
Ryan's like, stop fucking bringing me into this.
Ryan is so deep. Okay, he's so deep. There's no way he can get out of this. Okay, next one. If your ex, what is the question? If your ex was a food, what would they be and why? Black pudding, because nobody likes that fucking shit.
Nah, yeah, fuck that. It's literally just like a blood sausage.
Yeah. Ooh, that I wouldn't try
Yuck.
that. Yuck. Nah.
I'm pretty sure mum and dad have had it before.
Why? What for? There's so many other better puddings out
Let
there.
me have some old blood that's gone black.
Okay, Edward. Like,
Why do you always bring up Twilight when I'm around? Like every time.
you're not the only one. You're not the only one. It got brought up last week. If you listened to last
The
week's
skin of a
episode,
killer Bella.
there's a skin of a killer. If you watched my last week episode, then you would know it got brought up then too.
I did.
We bring up Twilight all the time around here, so just so you know.
You're like low-key obsessed.
Apparently, yeah. Okay, next. Sausage rolls, because he's at every party and everyone loves him, but really, he's a bit simple.
That's actually a fucking good one. Snaps to her. That was fucking good. Actually, we've had you before.
Actually, you're
There's no
overrated.
sauce around. I probably
There's
won't have another one.
Facts!
Right?
There has to be, if I go up to the breakfast, wherever the fuck I am, the table, and then I'm like, oh yeah, the sausage rolls there. Yes! And then I'm like,
No sauce.
there's no fucking
Never
tomato
mind.
sauce. Where's the fucking tomato sauce? And they're like, oh, it's all gone. I'm like,
Well, what's the point of
what
having a sausage roll?
I mean, what am I gonna do? Like, it doesn't make sense anymore, and I
No.
just chuck them back.
Yeah,
Someone else can
oh,
fucking have that shit.
Fuck this shit.
I only wanted the tomato sauce. I just wanted someone
Yeah.
to put the tomato
Sauce
sauce on.
on. Yeah. And you just like
Like, just give me the sauce, and I'll just have that instead. Delish.
And it has to be that specific sauce you get from like Gilmore's. That's at like
Yeah, that's the best.
that's like only at restaurants and shit. You have the sauce at home and it's just not the same, but you have that specific tomato
Nah, I
sauce.
still like any tomato sauce, to be honest.
See, I'm more of a barbecue / hickory. But if you give me the tomato sauce at like a restaurant or something, I'll throw off that shit.
Do you know what I had yesterday? Because I'm back on keto. I was like, I'm fucking hungry. So I had some mayo mixed with some mustard. Mix that together. And then got some salami and just yum.
That actually sounds nice.
It was fucking delicious. I was like, this is exactly what I need right now.
Minus the salami, I would have something else, but I love that for you.
Yeah.
That sounds really
It was
good.
really tasty. I'm going to buy some more at the shopping just so I can have just straight salami.
Just
like
like
that.
the sausage of salami in your mayo and sauce.
It was real. There was only about that much left, so I only could have that, but
You're
I'm gonna buy a
I'm gonna
full
have
one.
some more
I'm
salami.
going to buy one of those massive ones.
It's like when you're eating the sausage rolls and the sauce gets on your fingers a little bit and you're like...
I like it when it gets on my fingers a little bit.
Savour that flavour even
Yeah.
more. Yeah. Because you've still got the salami flavouring on your fingers.
Yum, yeah.
And you've got the sauce there as well.
Delish.
Mm.
Okay, last one. Question was, if your ex was a food, what would they be and why? Dog food, because they are a fucking dog.
All right.
Simple.
Enough said.
Poor bitch.
Literally.
Oh.
No pun intended.
Okay, so normally we would move on to your trash news of the week, but you didn't bring any.
The trash news is there is no trash news. Everything.
I don't
The
know how
only
hard
big
you actually
piece
look.
of news, I looked hard.
Rough.
I googled
it
so
was
hard
a rough.
that
Googling?
and then I came up with like news about trash.
What do you mean? Oh,
Like I googled so hard and
Like,
tried so many different things.
trash news. They were like, so this.
Here's why global warming's happening.
Oh wow.
I'm like, shit, we don't want to get that deep, but
We could have gotten that deep. I'm okay to get that deep.
well, we all know why global warming's happening
Why?
because there's too much trash.
It's trash. But yeah, that's one of the reasons, isn't it? Okay, well, I thought, why don't we just move on to you? How's life?
Fucking fab, man.
What's the updates? Been a few weeks since we last caught up
Yeah,
about.
just been like living my best single life, really.
Yeah, single life. How was that?
It's I don't have a descriptive word for it,
Okay.
but like I've been saying to everyone, I've been feeling more myself than I
Right.
have in a really long time.
Nice. Which
Yeah.
is good. But that was
Which
the whole
is
goal, wasn't it?
Positive, yeah.
Nice.
Old mate is moving out finally. We've got a date for that, and I've got a friend moving in. And yeah, we're gonna be keeping the house
Nice. For
for a
now.
bit, yeah, as per Crystal's suggestions.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm finally like gonna have a place, you know, because I've been a bit in limbo, living with my parents and stuff. It kind of felt like I was living at like in a divorced family kind of situation. Like half my shit's here, half my shit's there. With having where we live is really convenient when I go out because I'll
Right.
just go back there. Uber's way cheaper than like going all the way out to the Wops.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really fun.
Cool.
Been making new friends, all that kind of shit, which has just
Nice.
been the goal.
Have you had any exes like try and slide back in or what?
No.
None.
No.
Any ex flings try and rekindle?
I've had some messages,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like a few people have been playing a little dumb because obviously I changed my name back on like social media and shit. So you're like, oh, like,
what happened?
oh, like, how you been? And I'm like, I've been great. What about you? Like, trying, like, I play a little dumb sometimes.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, like, so, like, what's been going on? And I'm like, oh, not much. Like, trying to keep it really simple. There has been one moment when I was at Wilkinson down in Hamilton. A person came up to me and they were like, oh, congratulations on the wedding. You look stunning. And
A
I was
guy
like,
or a girl?
it was a girl. I
Okay.
physically cannot fucking remember her face. But she knew me and I knew her. And I was just like, thanks. It was like a magical day. And they're like, oh, I hope you're like having the best time. I'm like, I am. And then my friends were standing behind her like, oh, this is fucking awkward. Because I've got to a point now where I'm sick of explaining it.
Yeah.
And like, there are a few people who still don't know. And then they'll come up to me and they'll say all this shit. And then sometimes I'll be like, no, we actually separated. And they're like, fuck, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I'm actually all good. Like, but I'm kind of sick of having that conversation now. So now when people say it, sometimes I'm like, oh, thanks. You're like, it was a beautiful day. Yeah, because it was. Yeah. And all that kind of shit. And then they just kind of walk off and I'm like, cool. I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah. And I've had a conversation with old mate and he said that he does the exact same thing sometimes because he's just like fucking sick of it. Like,
can't be bothered talking about it.
Or you get the, babe, how are you? And I'm like, I'm actually really good.
How do I fucking look?
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then, they just kind of, oh, well, I'm really glad that you've done this for you. And then you get the, oh, so how long were you actually married? And I'm like, 3 months.
3 fucking months.
3 fucking months.
3 fucking months, Taylor.
Fucking hell. Like, do the math yourself. Because they always ask me as well. And you're like, I understand, like, people are just, like, interested in it. Because they're like, how many people do you know that has only been married for 3 months?
I love it. I love it so much. It's my favourite thing about you now.
Oh, thanks. My trauma.
No, just that, like, you've
3
been
months.
divorced. Like, I just think it's so cool.
Can you stop fucking putting your foot up? Your toes? You've done it twice already. I tried to like low-key move away. Don't fucking touch me.
But yeah, no, I really like it. I think it's cool. I think it's so
a
cool.
good story.
You know what cracked me up the other day, actually? We were on the phone and it was the smallest little thing, but we were having a yarn. And you were talking about old mate. And then your mum was like, blah, 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 ex-husband.
Yes.
Like when your mum said it and I was like, yes, Auntie Gail!
Yes.
Like, I just love it so much that she's like,
Yes.
that's her ex-husband. Like she's
We've
like,
come to acceptance.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
We're on the same page. Yeah. Because it took a little minute, which is totally understandable. Like looking back, I had some pretty fucking high expectations of everybody.
Head.
Like,
Head.
no, but for real, like I had some really high expectations of how people should have reacted to that news.
Yeah.
Because in the moment, it was mine. Like, it was my life. It was my news. Like, how fucking dare you have your own opinion on that whole thing? Because obviously, like, it was huge. And looking back, I was quite blasé about some shit that was kind of going on. And I'm like, why did I get so angry at her for having a question? Like, and we've had this conversation now. And I'm just like, and I get emotional thinking about it. But like, there was one night where it was just me, mum, dad, and G at home. And we were all talking and we were talking about house stuff. And I was kind of just listening to them sort out my problem kind of thing. And I just kind of looked around. And then mum locked eyes with me and she's like, oh, this is making you emotional. Like, stop. And I was like, no, like, these are happy tears. Like, how fucking lucky am I to have you 3 sorting my shit out for me? You thought I was going to be the only one crying. But yeah. And it's like, it fully does take a village. Like, even now at 25, like, fully, it's just fucking awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a real, like, full circle moment for me.
It's funny because I feel like you and your mum are closer now than what you were.
When it happened? 100%.
Even before that, you know what I mean? Like, 100%. I think that you guys had turbulence, which was shit. And it was so sad, you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially watching it, I was like...
I'll tell a little thing now.
Go.
You
have the floor.
I'll have to chat to mum and she might not want this in there, so might have to take this out, but I'll ask her afterwards. My mum's actually been through something really similar. She was actually engaged before my dad.
Yeah.
So she was with another man. And yeah, she was actually engaged. And she said to me, and she said the same thing my papa said to her, to me, when I went to her and was like, there was a moment after old mate and I separated. Fucking hell. After old mate and I separated, where I was like, oh my God, like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I don't want this. Like, this is too much, too soon. Like, I was getting really flustered.
Yeah.
And mum said to me, you know what your life's going to be like with him, and you don't know what your life's going to be like without him. So, like, this, only you can make this choice. And she said to me that was the same thing Papa said to her. She had a night where she came home from work early because she was feeling really groggy and yuck, and she fell asleep on the couch, and she woke up and he still wasn't home, and the curtains were all still open, and it was like twilight. It was cold, and like normally he should have been home then and all that. And she's like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, and she called expecting to get Nana, and Papa answered the phone, and she said, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, Dad. Like, you know, what am I meant to do? And he said the same thing she said to me, like, you know what your life's going to be like with him, but you don't know what your life's going to be like without him. Only you can make this choice. And so it was a real full circle moment for mum. And looking back, like, some of the advice she gave me, I'm like, fuck, I should have asked her so many more questions, because she's literally been through it.
Yeah.
Like, literally been through it.
Yeah.
So when she was giving me this advice, like, classic, like, teenager moment of like, you actually have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Like,
Like,
you know, I actually do. Like,
more than anyone else you know.
Anyone else you know,
know.
I fucking know. Like, so it was a real full circle moment for us. And then it was actually when I was going to sell my wedding dress, and I was going through the photos of the day, and there was a photo of me and mum, and I was like, fuck, she nearly did this exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like, she nearly did this.
Yeah.
And I went out and I got so upset, and we just had a good cry together, and that was a full circle moment.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's not, I love that.
Yeah. But it was like classic, like, you look back and you're like, oh, I was a bitch. Like, but can you blame me? Really?
No, you were going through some shit, but there was definitely some times where it was like, okay, I don't think we need to respond to it like that.
Yeah, 100%. And I've apologised. Can't go back and change it.
Yeah, you can't. You can't, you know. I remember when we came down to Hamilton and we spent that, weekend with you
that
guys.
was
pre-official breakup, yeah. But it was amongst all the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And which was really good.
Thank fuck you were there that weekend.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic.
Like, thank fuck. Looking back.
Yeah. It was a good weekend though. It was nice.
We were pretty fucked up as well that weekend.
Who?
We were all pretty drunk.
Oh yeah, we did get. I forgot about that. I don't remember.
It was the sevens.
Yeah, I remember the sevens, but I don't remember.
I don't remember the rest of it.
You
You
didn't-
fucked up.
You didn't even come to the
I
sevens.
didn't even get to the sevens.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was
Say
great.
fucking
Good fucking
bullshit.
game. Yeah, we were on our way back, and I remember Donald said to me, "Oh fuck, Taylor's pretty demanding," and I was like, "I know she is. She's going through some shit. Okay, just let her fucking be. She's got shit going on."
The thing is, though, I'm only demanding of people that I trust 100%, because I never ask people for help.
Yeah.
Like, ever. You're like, fucking bullshit, because I ask you for help all the time. But, like, in reality, I don't actually ask
Other people
at all. There
Yeah.
are very select few people that I know that I actually am quite demanding of.
Yeah.
But that's because, and those people know me well enough to know that I'm like, I'm battling here, I need you. Like, that's like something that, like, it's probably literally you and Georgia who I'm the most demanding of.
Yeah. And your mum.
I feel like she's just under.
You're demanding of her in different ways. Even if it's demanding of her not to do something. It's very demanding.
Only because I trust you guys.
No, I don't mind it, but it's funny. I'm just really glad that you and your mum are better. You know what I mean? I'm really glad that.
I mean, we weren't really bad, but
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
just-
if I'm on it, like, it was pretty mean at times. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was. You know, and it's good that it's not like that now.
No, yeah.
Because I know that she was struggling too. Because all she wanted to do was help.
Yeah.
And everything she did, she
was wrong.
Apparently wasn't helping. And so that made her really, because like your mum's very, like auntie, she's very much a person who gets a lot from helping.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so
100%.
she can't help. She doesn't feel like she's adding any value.
Yeah.
And so when you weren't letting her help, she was like, oh my God, I'm having
I don't know.
I'm fucking battling. I don't know about you, but I'm really battling over you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad that that's better.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, there's like nothing really new to report at all, apart from just like living my best
single life.
Yeah. Kind of coming into that era now. Like we've kind of started the healing like proper.
Nice.
And I think once I like move home and like all that kind of stuff, it's just gonna skyrocket from there.
I think it'll still take time, but that's meant to. You know what I mean? Lots of growth.
How long? 20 years?
Yeah. 20 years.
Thanks to Pluto.
Yeah. Thanks, Pluto. You're the bum. Okay. Well, I thought we would go. I really wanted to go over the 7 feminine archetypes.
Oh, yes. I've always been really interested in these.
So I actually went over this in an episode with a friend of mine, Shaquille. I think it was like episode 3. It was meant to be episode 3, and the audio was fucked, so we couldn't use it. And so since then, I'm like, it's been in the back of my mind. I'm like, oh, I really want to talk about this with somebody. Obviously, I don't want to talk about it with her again because that would be awkward.
Yeah,
like
trying to recreate that conversation.
Yeah. So we're not gonna. Obviously, I can't do it with her. So I thought, well, me and you could go over it because I know that. I remember when this was all big on TikTok. And
yes.
Like, what is your archetype? And like I had you and my stepsister and I seen it, and then the two of you both messaged me like, what's yours? What's yours? And I'm like, oh my God, how is like, why are we all seeing this like all at the same time? And so it's like this big thing.
Yeah. So it's very similar to like, I kind of put in the same category as like star signs and like spiritual and like university stuff. Yeah. Which you are one of my like go-to people when I talk about this kind of thing, because it's just like if I have a star chart and I'm like looking at it and I'm like, I need Christian's
You literally sent me one today. It's like every day. She sent like nearly every day. It's like once a week at least. She sends me a screenshot and she just sends me the chart and I'm like, oh, okay. And I tell her a little.
What the fuck is this person's strong?
And I'm like, this means for a guy or a girl? And she's like, it's a guy. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be fucked up.
We cannot have that on there because I look like such a red flag.
We're having it.
Figuring it out.
Yeah, well, hey, you're doing homework. You're allowed to look. You wasted enough of your life with somebody who didn't work out.
Yeah.
Who can
if
blame
we had
you?
just read star chart,
that's
we
right.
Who
can blame you for actually trying to figure shit out and doing a bit of homework before you get serious with these guys? But it is all the fucking time. But we had one today, and it was very interesting. We won't talk about who it was.
Please don't.
We're not. But there was one today, and so I sent her some stuff, and she was like, no, he's like this, and I'm like, yeah, but have you thought about this? And then she was like, you know what? Now that you've explained it,
yes,
I 100% agree. And I was like, yeah, so I don't know, is that your vibe or what? Because I don't know, babe.
I don't know if he's for you.
But this is why we do it.
Yeah,
it's to save you time.
Yeah,
you're trying to save 5 years.
Time and energy.
Yeah, that's right. You know. So anyway, but this is very interesting, and so I will go over a little bit. I'll explain to people what it is. So the 7 female archetypes are unconscious and unlearned patterns of behavior. They influence our actions and reactions, and each feminine archetype is a unique expression of feminine energy that we all have access to. Did you not know that?
No.
Okay. So generally, there's we've got 7. You will have all 7. Yeah. But generally, there is like 2, maybe 3.
Yeah. It's like percentages.
Yeah. That you'll lean more towards. You know what I mean? And so, depending on which ones you lean towards, will depend on how you act and react in your life. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the 7 are the mother, the maiden, the queen, the huntress, the sage, the mystic, and the lover. Which one's you?
The lover.
And?
I can't remember.
What? Wasn't it the mother?
I feel like it was.
I feel like you were the mother. Mine was the huntress and the sage.
Yes, I remember us talking about your one.
Yeah.
What's your name? Crystal. I would have sent you a screenshot of mine. Keep talking while I find it.
Yeah. Anyway. So, depending on... The reason why I found this really interesting was because you can actually... The way you sort of express yourself as well, like the clothes you sort of wear and that sort of thing can relate back to your archetypes. Yes. And so, a really cool way to go shopping for yourself and to know that you're going to feel confident and comfortable in what you're wearing is by going and shopping within that archetype. You know what I mean?
Yes, mine was the lover and the mother.
Yeah, I thought so.
We're both 83 and 80.
Yeah. Those are pretty high percentages too. So, I'll go over a little bit of what they are.
Mm-hmm.
So the lover, which is you, the strengths are naturally magnetic, incites arousal and passion in others, creative, independent, and pleasure-orientated. The challenges are
I don't like these.
vanity, lack of focus, and fragile self-esteem.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And if we read the mother, since we'll go back to you. So the mother is nurturing, persistent, compassionate, and grounded.
Mm-hmm.
The challenges are self-neglect, stubbornness, difficulty letting go of the caretaking role, and lack of boundaries.
I'm feeling really attacked right now.
Wow.
Those are all things that you say to me on the regular.
Yeah, which is very interesting.
Not my monkeys, not my circus.
Yeah, exactly. The maiden, her strengths are empathy, creativity, and receptiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Her challenges are emotional codependency, defiance, lack of autonomy, and drawn to dangerous relationships.
Ooh.
That one's a really interesting one. I know
Yeah.
a lot of maidens.
Yeah.
My stepsister's a maiden, another friend of mine's a maiden. We went on a girls' weekend like the weekend after we found out about this, and a lot of us did it. And yeah, heaps of maidens. And so the maiden, to go off track a little bit, the maiden tends to be a maiden in her younger years, and she tends to go through a really dark period in her life.
Yeah.
And then she will transform into either the mother or the queen.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like some sort of transformative.
It's like a very fairy tale-y kind of
it is.
story. Yeah.
It's once the maiden sort of, like, normally the maidens will go with like this guy who's obviously just toxic AF.
As fuck.
Yeah. And then it's not till they come out of that they
Find their
recreate
Prince
their
Charming.
new and they recreate the new archetype. So
Yeah.
cool.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. So the queen is another one, and her strengths are loyalty and leadership, and her challenges are jealousy and vindictiveness. I know a few queens as well. Nut jobs, nah.
Fucking crazy.
So the huntress, which is what I am, her strengths are self-reliance, courage, goal-orientated, and is often sympathizes with women's causes.
Tick, 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 tick.
So women's causes, they mean like, obviously fighting for women's rights and that sort of thing. A lot of people that have founded those sort of times in history when they've been, you know, what's the word I'm looking
Women's
for?
votes, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and they've been like, what is the word I'm looking for?
Feminine?
No, you know when they're out on the street and they're
Protesting?
Protesting, thank you. A lot of those have been led by huntress women.
Yes, of course.
So challenges are that they can be aloof, emotionally unavailable, and potentially cruel.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
Pardon?
The sage is the other one that I am.
Mm-hmm.
The sage's strengths are emotional, objective.
You having a stroke? Do you need some help?
Yeah.
Okay.
The sage's strengths are emotional objectivity. Here we go. Worldliness.
You haven't even got to the hard word yet.
Intelligent and natural strategists.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I don't
challenges
think that's
are.
the word.
There's this word, and I read it out to her earlier, and I couldn't fucking say it. And she was like, "Just figure out another word that means the same." And I was like, "No, I want to say this word." And she was like, "Okay." And I was like, "It'll be funny if I can't say it properly." I'm gonna get it first try.
I was just saying strategic.
Look, no,
No,
are you
what
okay?
was the word you just said?
Well, I don't know. What did I say?
Like strategizers.
Strategist.
Strategist, yeah.
Yeah. Natural strategist means I'm very strategic.
You're really using your teeth for that word.
Yeah, I'm biting some chicken legs. Okay. Challenges of a sage are... Oh, I've lost it. I can't think of it in my head, and now I won't be able to say it. Fuck! The challenges of a sage are frigidity. Oh,
Nice.
I got it. Frigidity.
Right on
There
here.
you go. Frigidity. Emotionally unavailable. Stop. Okay, emotionally unavailable, aloofness, closed off from sensual and creative energy. I found it very interesting that this one said aloof, and also so did the huntress. They both said aloof. So clearly
So
I'm
you're very
very
aloof.
aloof. Yeah, because I'm both of them. Obviously people will be different ones. They could be the huntress and the mother, or they could be the sage and the maiden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sages tend to be very wise. Just so you know. And a lot of first ladies were sages.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Like in the background kind of fighting.
Yeah.
But then if you like
fighting
pair
intellectually.
if you pair the sage with like a huntress, they're not going to be in the background.
No.
But like if you had it with a mother, they're going to be like back here fighting for the president or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And so a lot of, that's 100% it.
Yeah.
A lot of the first ladies have been mother sages.
Yes. I just put that together.
I know.
Myself.
Wow. Look at you go.
I'm really listening.
And so because they also talk about the queens have a really good nose for sniffing out kings.
Yes.
Because queens, like one of the main goals for a queen is to go and find their king.
Yeah.
And create their empire.
Yeah.
Sages create kings.
Yes.
And so they tend to get with men who are ambitious, and then they lead them along the way to being a king and having the empire. But the sage took them there. Yeah, very interesting. So there's that. I'm like,
I feel like if you pair that with a huntress, all I can picture is you like out front in the if there was like a war or something, you're out front like killing off these people and he's just like following you.
Yeah, come in a backpack.
Yeah. Like a child
backpack. Like, okay, here we go.
I'm going for the ride. Doing none of the fucking work.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, but I know. Yeah. Very fun. You're very funny. Okay. And then the last one is the mystic, and so the mystic's strengths are confidence, deep concentration, creativity, prioritizes inner peace, captivating, and soulful quality. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Can these change?
I believe they can.
Because I was just thinking to myself, when I did my one, I was very
down in the dumps.
Yeah.
You want to try it again?
But if I did it again, would it be different?
Hang on a second, I'll just finish this. Yeah. Challenges are that they are deeply okay, I don't know what the word is. I've written it down, and I think I've written it down wrong because I don't know what that is. But they're social isolation and emotional fragility, not fragility.
No,
fragility.
Yeah, so they're fragile.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that's the mystic. So mystics are also the sort of people that are very, holistic and into nature and very spiritual.
Like witchy.
Yeah, that was actually, I think that was my third one.
Oh.
Yeah, from memory. But it wasn't high enough to be, because you kind of you get like Taylor said, you get percentages, and so they'll be one will be 80% and then one will be 79.9%, and so obviously those two are really, really close together.
Yeah. And
so because they're so close together, you're kind of both of them. But then when your third one's down, it's 65%, even though it's quite high, it's not as close to the other ones.
I feel like all of my percentages are quite high because my first one's 83. My next one's 80.
See, that's quite a drop though. 3%'s quite a big drop.
Is it?
Yeah. My one was 80 and then 79.9, literally.
Oh, okay. And then my next one's 74, 72, 65, 60.
Yeah, even though I know, but they're quite low down from 80 now. They're way too low. You know what I mean? You want them in comparison. You want them I reckon 1, maybe 2.
Maybe I was just not answering the questions properly.
Maybe you should do it again and see what happens. I definitely feel like they would change because I definitely haven't been these two archetypes my entire life.
No.
I think I've definitely always been a huntress, but I don't know if I've always been a sage.
No.
I think I could have been a maiden at some point in my life. Yeah.
That's maybe. Hashtag trauma.
Yeah. Hashtag fucked up. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I think that they can change. But the whole idea of knowing which ones you are is to obviously be able to learn where you can get your power from, your feminine energy and your power. But you're also meant to learn how you can tap into each of them.
Yes.
Because they all serve for different reasons.
Naturally.
Yeah. And so you're meant to be able to
different areas of your life.
You sort of learn which ones you're lacking in, and then you could
work on those.
Yeah, work on them and feed them up and bring them up, you know what I mean? So that you can then tap into them when you need them.
Yeah. Love that.
Very. So, if you want to go find out what yours is, you can go to...
There's only one place.
There's only one place that you can do this quiz. There is a quiz that you can do. It's called womanlovepower.com.
Perfect. Yeah.
But I tried to go into it on my computer and it was Norton, not safe, don't go forward. So I feel like there's a certain sort of link that you have to click. So what I might do is I might take the link that I've got and I might just put it somewhere.
In the description.
Put it in the description. I don't know if we can do it on YouTube just yet, but we definitely probably can do it on Podbean. But I'll put it on my Facebook, so you'll be able to find it there.
Yeah, it's having a good time.
Yeah, I know. It goes a bit funny. So I will put it on my Facebook page, if nowhere else. Otherwise, we'll put it everywhere we can. And then people can go and find out which ones they are, because it's very interesting. But going back into about like how to dress.
Yes.
Because all of them dress slightly different, you know what I mean? They range from very feminine to feminine-ish to masculine-ish, you know what I mean? And so, obviously, depending on which archetype you are, it's going to depend on where you're going to feel most comfortable, you know what I mean? And confident in what you're wearing.
Yeah.
So the other day, I went shopping and I was like, oh, I really want to find I was out, I had to get some pants in for work, and I was like, oh, I should just grab another top while I'm here. Because I just feel like I go through tops quite quickly. And so I'm like there and I'm like looking and I'm like, and then I was like, oh, are any of these Huntress or Sage? And none of them were. And I was like, no, I'm not buying any. Because I knew that I was, like, you know when you go out and you buy something, you're like, oh, I'll just get this, and then you don't fucking wear it?
Yeah, you know you're, like, just getting it for the sake of getting it.
Yeah. And so I was like, I'm looking, I'm like, okay, Huntress Sage. And I'm like, nah, none of these. Some of them were, but I was like, I don't want that. You know what I mean?
You had a very specific idea of what you wanted.
Yeah. And so I was like, no, I'm not going to buy any. Probably save myself like $60.
I'm really proud of you.
Yeah. I obviously don't have any shirts left.
And now I still have the predicament of not having any clothes.
Yeah, and now I still need to go shopping again. But at least I didn't waste money on something I didn't want. So, have you tried it yet?
I haven't. Because, honestly, I wasn't vibing with the, like, lover, mother.
What do you mean? The lover's like the most generic one.
No, lover, mother.
Oh, like the both.
Yeah, both.
The mother likes to wear a lot of low cut things.
Yeah.
It's very busty. It's very like, you know, it's like sexy mama. It's not meant to be like grandmother.
It's like
sexy mama.
Gloria from Modern Family. She's a lover mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you weren't vibing with it?
No.
Why? I thought it'd be right up your alley.
That could change now.
Yeah.
Considering. But no.
Okay.
I just was like looking at some of the things. I'm like, this is boring.
Oh.
And I was like, this is stupid.
Really?
I don't want to do this. Yeah.
Oh.
As I'm sitting here in like a blue.
What do you think you normally wear then? I don't know. Definitely wore a lot of maiden.
I'm definitely very like in the transition of my like fashion at the moment. Right. Yeah, like on what I'm wearing and stuff. So it'd be interesting to take the quiz again.
Yeah, you should do it tonight.
And then, obviously, I'll do it as soon as we fucking finish this. And then I'll find out what I'm meant to be wearing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very, like, in a transition of what I'm, like, how I'm presenting myself.
Right.
Obviously, with, like, confidence coming back and all that kind of stuff as well.
You're actually dressing a lot more like me these days, just so you know. Have you noticed that? Bike shorts and jumpers.
I don't know how she used to.
Well,
not like that.
My bike shorts situation, I always used to love wearing bike shorts, but then when I put on heaps of weight, I wasn't confident in them anymore because I've always had a love-hate relationship with my thighs. So that was my problem area. So when I put on heaps of weight, I was like, goodbye bike shorts. Aww. Which sucked. But now that I'm feeling more confident in my body again.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm wearing more bike shorts. They're so comfortable.
I know. I live in bike shorts.
Same.
Honestly.
Obs. It's not because of you though, sweetie.
I think it might be.
These oversized jumpers though, living for them.
Who are they because of?
Just because they're comfy.
Oh, fuck off. Such a liar.
Well, old mate's jumpers were never oversized on me.
Yeah, true. That's upsetting. Yeah.
It's fucking stupid, eh? There's nothing worse than when you're like, oh, I'll just chuck on one of his jumpers and it's tight.
I'm actually wearing one of
You're like, fuck this.
I'm wearing one of Donald's t-shirts before the podcast. I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to wear. And then I was like, saw this on the rack and I was like, oh, yeah. And I said to Taylor, I was like, it's brand new. Do you think I should wear it? She's like, I don't know. And I was like, I'll just try it on.
And then we're like, yeah, you're wearing it.
I love oversized clothes.
I love it how it's sage as well.
Yeah, I know.
Perfectly fitting.
Perfect. Okay, anyway. Well, I guess we'll wrap things up now with the Zodiac of the Week.
Love. My favourite part.
Yeah, me too. to be honest. I love this part.
Why? Because it's the end, or because it's the zodiac?
No, because I like learning what's going to happen. So, Venus is going to be entering Leo on June the 6th. And it's actually going to be there until October. So it's going to be there for...
Oh, that's a little minute.
Yeah, like 4 months. It's a long little time. And it's
I'm not very, like, in tune with Venus as well. Like, I only know basically what you've told me because I don't Google shit. I just message Crystal when it comes to anything to do with literally anything. If there's, like, something that I'm like, I think I messaged you about something recently. And I was like, I really want to know more about this. And then she's like, her little ADHD brain goes, okay. And she's like, and like maybe like a day or two later, she'll be like, this is what you need to know. And I'll get like a voice message or like a really long text about something. What was it? I texted you about something. And I'm like, it's because you just hyperfixate on this one thing. And
you know, even today, I was like, literally, I had to leave for work. And I'm like writing out all that stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like writing it. And I'm like, look at the time. I was like, fuck, I've got to go. I've got to go. And I'm like still writing and I'm like, okay, bye guys. See you later. Bye. I'm going now. I'm like still writing. I'm like into the car. I'm like, okay, see you. I got to go.
And I always try and like message you at the right time as well because I know that you're going to just like stop whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know anything about it either, you'll be like, I need to know this right fucking now.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for me because I'm like, hey, what do you know about this? And you're like, nothing yet. And you'll just...
I don't think there's ever any of those times. Nothing yet.
No, but like there's 9 times out of 10 you'll know everything, but if there's not, you'll like know everything about
like,
anything.
I will report back in 1 to 2 business days.
Yeah, and I know not to bring it back up because I know
it's coming.
that eventually you're going to be like,
this is what I found out.
This is what it is.
This is what it is.
And so I love hearing about this kind of stuff because I'm like, it's so interesting.
So you're not in tune with your Venus?
No.
Okay. Well, Venus is what we love and how we love. It's the planet of love and beauty and everything beautiful. So Venus isn't a scary planet.
No.
It's not. Some of them are scary. Venus isn't. Spring Leo from June the 6th to October. And it's going to be in there for a while. And that's because there's like a retrograde in there in between. So it's a little bit longer than usual. But that's fine. So love during this time is magnificent and grand. And it is because Leo is big and grand and look at me and look at us and aren't we great? You know what I mean? And that's sort of what the Leo vibes are. Also during this time, people are going to be more generous with their money. Don't mind, being a bit more flashy with what we pay for.
Wow.
A little bit more showy-offy, you know. Mars is also in Leo, so we've got 2 planets in Leo at the moment. Yeah, I know. Mars went into Leo, I think, last week. So...
How long is it there for?
Can't remember off the top of my head. I think about a month.
It was a decent overlap anyway.
Or was it the week before it went in? Something like that. Yeah, so it's going to be a decent little overlap. Might be coming out of Mars soon. Mars might be moving out of it soon, but not in the next couple of weeks anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're going to have the both of them in there, which could be a little bit
fun.
Yeah.
Chaotic.
Yeah, a little bit. Because we're going to be like, all about having fun and, being very big with our Mars, you know what I mean? And lots of energy to do all these things that we're motivated for. And then also the Venus is going to be in there as well, which is going to be, we're all big.
Remind me what Mars is?
Mars is what we fight for and what we fight with.
Yes.
It's the planet of war and all that sort of thing. Yeah. So we're going to have the both. And so you're going to have this, probably in relationships, could be a little bit like, I don't know, it's going to be quite demanding, you know what I mean, over this time. You're going to be quite demanding of each other and of, each other's affection and that sort of thing. And we're really being overly affectionate towards people and really wanting it back, you know what I mean?
Right.
But most people are going to be sort of overly affectionate over the next 4 months. Also, that leads me to the next part that I want to talk about, that people are probably going to overstate their feelings during this time. So if anyone tells you that they love you in the next 4 months and it's all really big and grand, just wait till October and just see if it's still the same.
Just hang out.
Just wait. Because, everyone could be like, they might feel like they're like, you know what I mean? Like, love is really big at the moment, but just wait until that.
So maybe just don't tell anyone that you love them
next 4 months, if it's the first time, just wait. Just hold off. And if they say it to you,
wait
be
till
like,
November. I will just put a pin in that for right now.
Let's just pause that. We'll come circle back to it in about 4 months. But there'll be sort of the both there, you know what I mean? People are going to be feeding on attention, acknowledgement, and validation and adoration over the next 4 months. So that's really going to be what we're wanting and what we're needing.
Yeah.
And we want to be pampered and adored. And we're going to be wanting to do that to our partners as well. Leo, even though Leo's very much like, I want it all, they're also very much affectionate in that way as well. You know what I mean? They're also grand back.
Yeah.
So even though we're going to be wanting that, we're also going to be giving that to some degree. But the Leo and Mars, you really should make sure that you are giving it back, because Leo and Mars,
they're going to fight you.
It can make you feel like you're not getting everything that you deserve. Like, I deserve more respect than what I'm getting right now. Like, I deserve more love and attention. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, but do you? Do you really? Like, have a think about it. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's us for the next 4 months. Also, something interesting was that it's going to be a really profitable time for lotteries, parties, recreation, drama, jewelry, and all things golden.
Love.
Yeah, so we're going to be gravitating towards that sort of stuff. So there might be new jewelry coming your way.
Do you know what I just thought about was how you were saying that Jupiter moved as well, and it was like gold. What was this thing you said?
Yes, there's going to be a comeback of gold.
Gold, something in the good old fashioned orgasm.
Yeah. I
can't remember the middle part there. I remember golden orgasm.
Yeah. That's
funny how it's just popped up again. Year. I know, but it's funny how it's popped up again.
Well, people are going to be, that's because we want to show off. You know what I mean? So it's going to be like, oh my God, I want to buy this new necklace for myself or my partner. You know what I mean? We want to really be big and bold with everything we do. So, and the way we portray ourselves. And if we're not in a relationship, we're probably... I
was just thinking, fucking thank God I don't have a partner right now.
If we're not in a relationship, you're probably still going to be like really craving love and affection from other people. Yeah. And you might find yourself like looking for it from multiple people. Yeah. So yeah, if you're not in a relationship right now, you're probably still going to be wanting to probably even like be a little bit more loving to yourself, you know what I mean, and wanting love from other people. Yeah. Maybe looking at it from multiple people. I don't know. You might find yourself in the jewelry shop buying yourself something special and nice. I don't know. Like there's going to be lots of that. You know what I mean? There's going to be big love for the next 4 months.
Here for it.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Anyway, that's us for the week, home dog. Psych.
That was really awkward. Ooh, and you just touched me with your toe. It was just two fucked up things right after each other. Fucking hell. Never touching you again.
Thanks for coming up and being on another episode. I appreciate it.
I love being here.
I really could have had a bit more energy today, Taylor.
Well, fucking hungover, alright? It's a single life.
This is the problem with doing it on Sundays, is everyone's hungover.
No one wants to do it on a Sunday. We can do it on a Friday.
Yeah, it has to be Friday, eh?
Yeah.
Sorry, team, if it seemed flat, but everyone here, apart from me...
I don't think it was flat.
Okay.
My voice is still coming
I don't think it was flat.
Sound like a prepubescent boy, but that's alright. We're here for it.
Alright. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.